また時間かかるんですか？
当然だ。使え。
何も当たってませんけど。
One, two, three. Yo, what's up? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? My name is BLUSH, man, and I'm back to play more MTG Magic Arena. That dope game that pisses me the fuck off because I don't want to do anything else right now. I'm probably gonna go to McDonald's at some point and then just watch Jujutsu Kaisen. But until then, I've got nothing to do and I just woke up from a nap, so I may as well play a game or two of this. So we'll hop right into it. I tried to make a standard deck without recording and it did not go well. Apparently I don't understand how standard is supposed to be played. And then I came to the quick realization after I did understand how it's supposed to be played that I don't have enough fucking wild cards to make anything strong. And I don't have enough cards in my inventory to do anything either, so it's just fucked. This deck is awesome though. Slime Against Humanity is the main card. Could you tell based off of that? But we're gonna play this one. SEPHIROT. Let's open it up so you can see what I'm working with. This deck isn't that strong, but it's cool. It's got SEPHIROT, which is an extremely powerful card, and it has Moon Mist. Those are the two operating cards. And basically, I just try and wipe you the fuck out based off of my SEPHIROT proc. So, I'll go ahead and show you the two main bits of these little bobs, which is going to be, where's SEPHIROT at? Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier. Whenever Sephiroth enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw a card. Whenever another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. If this is the 4th time this ability has resolved this term, transfer Sephiroth. And then this motherfucker, the One-Winged Angel. I don't remember Sephiroth ever looking like that from the game. He looked kind of fucked up. He looks like a Warframe creature. If you've played that ninja game, it's amazing. Flying, Supernova. As this creature transforms into Sephiroth, One-Winged Angel, you get an emblem with whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Whenever Sephiroth attacks, you may sacrifice any number of other creatures. If you do, draw that many cards. So this is the Lich Pin. Is it a Lich Pin or a Lynch Pin? This is the Lich Pin of my deck. And having that ability trigger 4 times in a single turn, even with black, is a little bit difficult. So alone, this card is like, whatever. It's conditional because it's so strong. Getting an emblem for anything is extremely hard to do. A strong emblem. But that's why we have the other card. Transform Moon Mist. 2 mana. Common. This is a common card. That means you could spit on it and rip it in half if you found it in your pack. But it is so strong. For 2 mana, instant speed. Transform all humans. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn by creatures other than werewolves and wolves. Aside from one of my dickhead friends, who's playing werewolves and wolves? Not that many people. And if he was, it doesn't matter. Because he's going to block with his 3/3 piece of shit. I'm going to throw Moon Mist down. And I'm probably going to transform his wolf. And he's going to kill my creature. Or we'll take each other out. But guess what? It doesn't matter. Because I now have an emblem. And what does he have? He has a dead wolf. That's some Red Wedding type of shit. Nobody gives a shit about your dead wolves. I give a shit about my emblem. So these are the two cards, because I can immediately transform Sephiroth, and I can give myself an emblem. In fact, it just occurred to me that I don't know if I've ever tried to stack my emblems. I know for Planeswalkers it works, but I do not remember if I've tried that. And I also don't remember if I'm hallucinating that or not, and in fact it does not work. But we'll probably try it if we get the chance. But everything centers around this. Because this game, for whatever reason, decided to put in Cleric class and a Johnny and keep them in Standard and, of course, Historic and everything else for the rest of fucking eternity, because I have to stare at a stupid goddamn lion creature that does nothing at all. And they do nothing at all on the other side of their fucking playing field, because they're playing mono white like a bunch of redneck racists, and they sit there and they profit off of it. But aside from that little cathartic burning, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I play this because there's no extort in this game. You would think that with that piece of shit of Johnny, they would have extort instead of 2 cards in general that have extort, instead of the whole entire cast list of fucking cards that can extort. Instead, it's when a creature dies, you gain a life, they lose a life. But if you're going to have that, and you're going to have a bitch load of those cards, you may as well just put in fucking extort. Are you gonna piss off the mono white players? I'm beginning to think that Wizards of the Coast might be Republican. But I'm not going to jump to any assumptions and say that these pieces of shit might be. But they could be, who knows? Maybe they're all about segregation. I have no idea. And I'm not saying they are. I need to get monetized. YouTube, that's not me saying anything in particularly. That was just a slight observation. So I have assembled the parts, which allows me to recur my creatures. Mainly try and get Sephiroth back. I got this cool card, which his name is Grist. And he's like a little skull Hollow Knight boss from the looks of it. 1/2 with Death Touch for 1 mana is very nice. And then whenever he or another creature you control entered, if it entered from your graveyard or you cast it from your graveyard, you can pay a green thing. And then you can transform him into a planeswalker called Grist. His +1 is create a 1/1 black-green insect creature, mill 2 cards. Put a Death Touch counter on the token if a black card was milled this way. And then that's cool for my ping proc, because he's just like a little whatever dude, and he can get Death Touch. And then destroy target artifact or enchantment. So even if I don't plan on using this Planewalker, because it's not that great, it's very specific, at the cost of 1 mana for a 1/2 Death Touch I could use anyway, I can destroy an artifact or enchantment, so that's pretty dope. I got Sheoldred, which is just some removal. I got Aftermath Analyst. Mill 3 cards, sacrifice this creature, return all lands from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. I don't remember why I have mill in this deck. But you will figure that out later as I go through the cards, I'm sure. Some removal. Tear Asunder. Some more removal. Assemble the team. The Avengers is a great card. One of the best uncommons to be printed recently, in my opinion. A pseudo tutor that pretty much almost guarantees a lucky person the card that they want. Just like that. Got a couple of those in there. That's great. I have probably one of my favorite combos that I've never seen anyone play because it's stupid. But I like it. And I'm always going to play it whenever I get the chance. Is Infuse with Vitality. Until end of turn, target creature gains Death Touch, and when this creature dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. You gain 2 life. I don't see anybody play this. For 2 mana, instant, all of these things happening, it's actually a fantastic card just by itself. And then I have Tend the Pests, which is another card that I never see anyone play. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature. Create X 1/1 black and green pest creature tokens with, when this token dies, you gain 1 life, where X is the sacrifice creature's power. So, Infuse with Vitality is just, in my opinion, a great card. Tend the Pest is a little bit more conditional as far as when you would want to use it, but I still feel like in this deck, because you're going to see coming up, it is extremely useful because it happens to be a combo from a deck that I used to cheese that actually makes this deck work. As soon as we get to that card, I've got removal, the cost of my land, and all the creatures you're going to see are pretty much creatures that are not geared towards this deck for their usefulness, but mainly because I just like them. I just liked them, and I was tired of putting in the same shit all the fucking time. So I have Fong, Fearless something. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, you draw a card, lose 1 life. The ability triggers only once each turn. But wait! It's a human! So what does that mean, Blush? That means, Kakashi-sensei, well, Naruto, what that means is if Fong is a human and you use Moon Mist, Fong, being a human, will also transform. Wait, so not just Sephiroth? Exactly. And what does it transform into? Ragnarok, Divine Deliverance, Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, Haste. When it dies, destroy a target permanent and return a non-legendary permanent from your graveyard to your battlefield. So if you thought that I wasn't bringing back my motherfucking Binding of the Old Gods from my shit to get 2 permanents blown to bits, then you woke up on the wrong side of the bed because you don't know which way is left or right. So this is a great card. I have Liliana. I have Vigo. When Vigo enters, return target creature card with 1 mana value or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Wait, Kakashi-sensei. He is a human. You're right, Naruto. So that means he can also transform off of Moon Mist? You fucking guessed it, my splendid little foresty friend. Into a 5/5 with Menace, Trample, and Haste. Whenever Vigo attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. That works off of whatever his face is, Sephiroth. If you do, draw X cards. Then you may put a permanent card with mana value X or less from your hand onto the battlefield, where X is the sacrifice creature's mana value. And I don't even have red in my goddamn deck. And do you want to know something else that I'm realizing as I'm telling you what my deck does? That the last couple times I played it, I thought Sephiroth was the only creature I could use Moon Mist on, so I never used it except when Sephiroth was on the field by himself, I'm pretty sure. But that's all going to change today, my friends. Then I have Honest Rutstein, which is just some card recur. He looks like my friend. He would want to look like that too, which is a little disgusting to me, but whatever. I have Mephidros Slime. When he dies, because he's going to get sacrificed, double his power and put more of them in my deck. That has never worked, but it's a card that I can sacrifice freely without feeling bad. And then I have the old version of my friend when he realizes that life isn't kind to any of us and he is not invincible. Old Rutstein, which is definitely way better than the young Rutstein, because he mills a card and then he gives you things, trinkets, bells and whistles, little funny coins and eyeball collections from his pockets. He can create a treasure token if you mill a land. If you mill a creature card, he creates a 1/1 green insect. If you mill a non-creature card, he just drops a little blood, because it's old. Then I have Vanful. Which I guess if I don't have Moon Mist is cool for transforming it. Dude, why the fuck? Okay, I only transformed this card into Ragnarok when I had... Wait, hold on. At the beginning of your first main phase, if you own both and control Vanille and a creature named Fong, you may exile them and meld them. Okay. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so maybe I wasn't playing my deck wrong. Okay, so It should work, right? Dude, I think I have never once tried Moon Mist when just one of them is on the field. I just always waited until this motherfucker was out there, because I have, where is it? I have fucking assembled a team. God, I might be so dumb. But that wouldn't be the first time that type of shit's happened to me. Okay, so also another point, let me get serious for a little bit. This card is one of my favorite cards. Demogoth Titan. 1, because the art is badass. 2, because it's 4 mana. 3, because it's an 11/10. And he don't give a fuck about anything you're doing. He don't give so much of a fuck that he don't give a shit about his own teammates. When he be going to attack, one of them be in the way, and then he just steps on them. And that is what gets his blood pumping for him to unleash his punch. Because you know the only moves this guy has is it's like a hand arm swipe and a punch. And then a yell that might like scare the weaker opponents. But the great part about this guy, which actually isn't that difficult, is I get him on the field, right? Whenever this creature attacks or blocks, sacrifice a creature. Normally not good. In this deck, I have enough tokens where it's fine. But I combine that with infused with vitality. Boom. He's going to come back. I'm going to gain 2 life and he's going to have death touch. Plus 10 the pests. 4 mana 1 turn. And then if these are in my hand, 4 mana next turn. 8 mana 2 turn. 4 mana. Not a big deal. I can make that investment. And then I get 11 fucking pest tokens to pester the enemy while I yell at them from across the forest of death with Demogoth. It works like a charm. It actually makes people quit out sometimes, which is great. Then I have this guy, Fergal. He's just a dude that makes a leech every single turn that I can sacrifice. And if I decide not to sacrifice the leech, he just puts a counter on him and, you know, treats them well, which is cool. Removal. And then I have Gate of the Black Dragon, which is just a land. But we're going to play this deck, maybe like 2 or 3 games. And we're going to see how it goes. I can't believe I never tried to use Moon Mist on Fang and CL or whatever the fuck the name was. I'm going to try it first off. Alright, we're going to play against Holden Moronto. And my hand is a piece of shit. But we'll keep it. We'll play Temple of Maladi. I'm gonna keep that just to have extra removal because my hand is so fucking slow. This card's super strong. I'm not gonna change my deck though. I had this card. I actually had a lot of these cards in real life, but it's not a big deal. I'm gonna throw 2 of these down. Alright, so this is pretty good for us, I think. So we can chance it, or we can just get rid of him. I'm gonna chance it. Oh, Death right down here, and Nefergoyf. Tarmogoyf's angry younger brother. Card types in your graveyard +1. So I imagine he's gonna have mill. He's gonna go ahead and attack. I wonder if this card is still considered strong. It came out in Ravnica, I'm pretty sure, or Return to Ravnica, or whatever the fuck it was called. During the fucking like Guildgate time. We're just gonna keep playing on the edge. Don't fucking matter. Fuck it. I know Tarmogoyf used to be super strong, but I wasn't doing anything when Tarmogoyf came out. I don't remember what this set is. Mirrodin or something? Oh, newer Mirrodin? This is some Guildgate shit for sure. That was like one of the only times I actually went to like draft events. That's when this shit came out. And I got stomped. And I think there was a guy outside who just threw all of his cards on the ground. Yo, when you go to events, what the fuck is this? Lifelink. If a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, instead exile that card and create a... Okay. That's a strong card. I don't know what the fuck that set is. Yo, Magic players are super fucking weird. I'm for sure killing this guy. Every time I would open a pack of cards, I was never really that good at the game, but I would treat them like they were my babies. Like, it didn't matter what I opened up. It could have been a Karibo. I was still going to be like, you are mine, motherfucker, and I'm going to keep you in a little box, and then that box is going to grow bigger and bigger like a Katamari, and I'm never throwing any of you away. That's one type of Magic player, and that's the Magic player I was. I'm the guy, I'm going to play Meat Hook Massacre and just get rid of all of his shit. I'm glad I held on to everything. I'm the guy who will have items in his inventory, whether it's a Master Ball or just something else, and never fucking use them. And even if I don't need them, I will keep them. Unless I'm forced to fucking do something different. But that's the type of player that I am. I would always catch Mewtwo with an Ultra Ball. There was no way you were going to make me spend my hard-earned Master Ball on a Mewtwo? A lowly Mewtwo? Maybe if you brought Mew into the equation, but I'm not going to go for some second-rate health and use a Master Ball on it. There's absolutely no fucking chance, dude. So, that's the type of dude that I was. But I went to the Magic event, and then playing with my friend and getting into the game a little bit more, I realized that there's definitely another type of Magic player. And that's the person who spends $7 on a pack of cards or goes to a draft event, and then I'm looking at them open and I'm like, oh cool, look at that shit. Oh look, that's a cool card. They skip to the back. They look at the last 3 cards and then they just say, you want these? I'm like, what? And then if I say yes, they just hand them to me, like shove them into my hands, like they want to get rid of them because it's going to explode. Or they just throw them away or leave them right there. When I first encountered that type of shit, and this dude at the draft, he just like I guess he lost. He had thrown all of his cards on the ground outside the door. Didn't even bother with the trash can. I didn't know these type of people existed, bro. It's like, that's when I knew that this game was starting to get a little intense for me. Like, damn, bro. That's how you feel about that shit? Like, yeah, dude, this shit garbage. I'm never gonna use this. Why would I keep it? Like, alright. Whatever. I guess I'll take them. Yeah, here. Hand them over. And these are also the people who would trick me into a card that I would open up, and they would tell me that that shit wasn't good. They'd be like, ah, it's alright. These were like the non-black versions of black people. These are some motherfuckers, bro. Like, you're supposed to be the homie. You're supposed to help me and let me know that something is dope. And then they just be like, yeah, it's okay. You want this? I'll trade you this for that. Like a business decision. Cutthroat, bro. You can't trust people, man. Alright, so we're going to throw down Old Rutstein. I say all that to say that you can't trust a motherfucker. Boom, look it. I got Griselda or whatever his name is popped in there. I'm going to get rid of this guy so I can gain a life, draw a card, pop that proc off. Boom. He's going to lose that. I nullified most of his hand because he could play Nethergoyf by escaping it, but I mean, it's not really going to do much at this juncture. I think this has flying. Yeah, this has flying. So he's going to have to play a kill spell. But really, unless he deals... Okay. You just want to quit out like that? Alright, so the first one we won. That's basically how it works. So if you wanted to see the professional level of this deck, you saw it. I'm not expecting to go much higher than this peak that we've just been to. But we'll play another one. My homie got me from my Bloodbraid Elf. because I didn't understand that Cascade was really good and that for a 4 mana, it's an immense card. Because I was still Joey Wheeler at the time. I was just building things I liked and having a good time with life. I didn't know my homies were so depressed and cut themselves. And I had yet to really dive fully into being a drug addict. So this dude was like, I'll give you this for this. And I was like, oh, cool, yeah, that sounds good. And my homie wouldn't ever do something as shady as not telling me the card was good so he could get my card. Wasn't the case. So Bloodbraid, gone. Now when we're kids, we all make mistakes. I traded a Blue Eyes White Dragon for a Seiryu because I got Blue Eyes in an intro pack. And I didn't have Seiryu yet. But that, we're children. So, but when you're 19 years old, I expect a little more out of you, you understand? So to everyone who does that, you're a piece of shit. And next time we play a game, I'm going to bitch kick and Hadouken you to death. And then I will practice on my days off if I can't pull it off. I'll be the one guy in the squad that knows 2 10-hit combos, and then that basically just means that you guys stop playing that game because no one else is going to want to play anymore. Alright. We're going to throw down a 3-3 and hope that we can get past his Ruin Crabs because he decided that he wants to be the only green-blue player that still plays a brain-dead mechanic. Why even add green into your fucking deck, dude? What does this do? Okay, that's a cool mechanic. It's still Ruin Crab, though. You can paint shit whatever color you'd like to paint it, dude. It doesn't fucking matter. It's still gonna be a piece of shit. Alright, we're going to attack with this. We're going to get that out of the fucking way. We're going to play 1 Seraph and just hope that he doesn't have any... I shouldn't have done that, but I kind of want to get a land. I don't want to take the chance of him playing fucking maddening cacophony on me. And I didn't draw land, in case you were wondering. I drew a card that is absolutely fucking useless. So basically, it's just a waiting game at this point. Am I going to draw a land? The percentages of getting milled and drawing a land slowly decrease the more they mill you until it's almost 100% guaranteed. But when it becomes like above 80% you're going to draw a land, you have like 12 cards in your fucking hand. Or in your deck. And then you pretty much lost anyway, so it's null and fucking void. I did draw land, in case you're wondering. I'm going to attack with this guy. He's going to take it to the fucking dome. What are you doing? Scry 2? Guess what? I don't fucking care. Now, I'm going to have an option here where I can Moon Mist or just Board Wipe. He has possibly a counter spell. But if he did, I don't know why he wouldn't play it when I played Sephiroth so he could stop blocking. As empty as the field is, unless he knows and has a feeling of what I'm going to play, you would want to keep it empty for your Ruin Crabs best you could. So I'm going to go ahead and chance it. And I'll probably lose if he actually does have a counter spell. He did not. So now we're a little even. I get to gain life that I don't need, but he loses a bitch ton of life. It's a shame I couldn't pop him, but I have a second one. I'm going to say what up to my mans. Boom. I'm going to change it into my favorite one. As Celebration. The Incubi one. That's not the Incubi one. Where is it? I'll keep it at that one. Fuck it, I don't give a shit. Alright, so we're gonna play SEPHIROT now. And then we're going to end our turn. We're gonna have to finish this quick because it's only a matter of time until something happens. So we'll take a quick peek. See how many? I have 6 cards in my shit, bro. What the fuck? I'll play him because, you know, I might need to sack SEPHIROT. Submit 0. And then I guess I just lose straight like that to Ruined Crab, which is always disappointing. I barely lost though. I would have won next match or next round. So even with his bullshit, it was close. Alright, my turn. Boom. I played perfectly, so there wasn't much I could do there. I already told you my feelings on Ruined Crab, Land Destruction, Johnny's bitch ass, and everything else. I don't respect you guys as players, and you're the type to scam me out of my cards as my friend. So, scam likely and avoid the fuck out of them in all social settings in real life. Alright, we'll play one more. I don't agree that you won the Grammy, and your Met Gala outfit looks like a piece of shit. You didn't deserve the Grammy, and you don't know how to dress. We're gonna mulligan. Alright, no, we're gonna try it. We're gonna see if meld works. And you have split ends to all you fucking players. Stop. A quick creature gets +2/+0. Sacrifice a coin and gain 3 life. When this is put in your battlefield, you may pay 9. Create 2 dogs. Look who it is. It's Healer Hawk. Fantastic to see you, my friend. You know what they should do? They should change that one card that's like, get 7 Suntails into your hand. Just fill your hand up with Suntails. They should make that, but reprint it as, just get 10 Healer Hawks into your hand and you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. I think that would be a pretty cool thing for Wizards to do. Get 10 Healer Hawks. You have no maximum hand size and you can play 5 of them without paying for their mana cost. Sounds like something that should happen. Alright, I actually don't know what to do here, so I'm just going to continually try and ramp up. I know what I should have done, and I didn't do it. So, that might be game right there. I should have gone for my Bontu, but whatever, man. He didn't play 2 more creatures. Or even 1 more creature, so it looks like I got a little lucky. Even if he has enchantment destruction, it doesn't matter. If you play something like this that triggers as soon as it hits the battlefield, it's still gonna pop off. I sometimes see people make that mistake. So unless he gives him protection or indestructible, this motherfucker gone. But it sucks seeing someone play like a disenchant for what you know is the one part they're worried about, and then it's just like, bleh, too bad, bitch. Sorry, homie. See, I don't know why he was worried about any other effect on that fucking card. That was just a waste of a turn. I get another land, so what? And then what am I going to give Death Touch that has fucking haste and a black-green? We'll try and pop that off. I don't have any really big option. I could forfeit it, but Yeah, give me binding back. Give it to me. Vanilla. Maybe I should. Whoa, give me the one that I want, please. I don't need that other card. I'd rather have binding. I would always rather have binding, especially against anything life gaining. What is this? Okay. It's a pretty cool card, actually. I have no complaints about this. One thing I wonder is why Wizards is going through, like, I understand they're trying to do the Fortnite thing, but why haven't Wizards just gotten with Witcher yet? Are they waiting until we get closer to the Witcher game? Because I feel like that would be like the first motherfucker that you would want to, you know, throw in here. Of course, after Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is perfect. Dungeons and Dragons makes a lot of sense. But it's like The Witcher, bro. You gave me a bunch of race cars, pretty much Disney's cars, and you're not gonna give me The Witcher? I'm getting slices of pizza before I got Geralt of Rivia. Are you kidding me? I'm getting pigeons and pizza? I don't even know if he can fucking block or attack. The card confuses me because it got chains on it. I'm gonna destroy it. I don't care. And then we'll go ahead and attack him. And also, Wizards, if any of you stumble across this by pure happenstance of, oh God, what did I do to myself? Give me a Nephilim tribe that actually stands up. Now that you have every color fleshed out and you have like Republicans going crazy on Anunnaki type shit and lizard people and all that shit, why don't you fucking give me Nephilim more than 7 cards? You have Sliver. I'd like to see a couple more Slivers, sure. I don't like them that much. They are little paper cuts to me compared to my Nephilim tribe that never gets to see the light of day ever. You're giving it to goats over Nephilim when you know that most of your fan base probably believes in conspiracy theories, you beautiful creatures that I'm not going to insult. Alright, so here I'm in a... He's got 2 cards. I'm kind of in a shitty spot. I'm just going to go ahead and... do nothing. I'll just end my turn. See how he likes that. But shout out to Nephilim. The one and done... cool card combination that I never get to fucking see again as long as I live. But be sure you reprint the Ajani Planeswalker next set. I'm looking forward to that one. I'm gonna go ahead and swing. I feel like he should have just taken that 3 damage sitting at 21. I don't think it mattered for him. I'm gonna play this, then we're gonna play this card just to kind of scare him. He has 1 card in hand. That's just gonna freak him out. He's gonna be like, yo, dude, what the fuck is this? Alright, so I know what we're going to do now. Before he ends his turn, we're going to bring back this person's compatriot, and then we're going to transform it, and then hopefully just mash buttons on his face. Because he's going to be worried about this dude. If he has like some removal, I'm going to be sick with that. Either way, if I get to keep one, I'll be cool. I have at least a couple cards that can work off this guy's engine. What are you going to do? I can't believe it, bro. Why don't you just add a little like subtle conspiracy like vein into it? You got to understand your player base. I know you're trying to pull in kids and Pokemon heads, but you just add some like Nephilim and some like lizard tribe. I guarantee you're gonna make so much fucking money, bro. I know you're making money off collector edition shit too, but you also want to stay true to like what Magic is. You know what I'm saying? You want to do both at the same time. You can't help doing the collector shit, I get that, but you can do both at the same time. Which is what they're doing with this newest set that came out. But I'm just basically saying all this like you're not doing it because I want my shit to come here faster. Because I understand what America is at the moment and what the world is at the moment. I complain to get what I want quicker. I understand. Since I don't make policies or laws, that's what my fight is. I'm going to complain until I get what I want. And I'm going to say it could have been better. So you keep trying to fix it. In a world of endless updates, this is my game plan. What a bitch, bro. I gotta con the con man. That's a concept. Alright, we're just going to attack with this. There's not much either of us can do right now. He should be blocking this. I don't know why he's not blocking this. Does he assume that I'm not going to have a card to get rid of whatever he's playing? Maybe he's waiting on like an Avacyn or something. Or he's just going to play a Prairie Dog. I'm getting Prairie Dogs before I'm getting Nephilim, dude. Are you kidding me? What is this shit gonna do to me in real life? I see them all the time, dude. I've never once been run up by a Prairie Dog. You get 20 of those motherfuckers together, I'm still gonna be pretty confident about the whole entire situation. He must be trying to get to like... He must have all those cards I don't like, and he's waiting to draw them that are contingent on 25 life, 27 life, 24 life, whatever. So I'm gonna wipe the board. I'm for sure wiping the board on him. 24 is enough life for you, dude. Why don't you attack with that little squirrel? He looks like he's just gonna become my pet as soon as he gets over to my side. This makes sense as a Magic card. This is great as well. I'll accept it because it's very cute. Also great. But you know it's not great? The feeling that I'm getting from not being able to play Nephilim. I tried to email the people of this game and they just emailed me back and said, this is not my department. And then I didn't try and send another email out. He just sent me, he said, yo, what's up? And he gave me one of those stupid ass canned messages where he's like, I don't deal with this. You gotta contact these people over here. And having worked for badging at Google, I can tell you that I now officially hate getting those canned messages. That was part of their whole deal. They were like, okay, and we have a list of messages. I'm going to send you the Word doc. And they acted so techie. I was around people who weren't even in tech, dude. I worked security, and I couldn't get a regular security job, so they sent me here with these fucking Neanderthals. And then they taught me all this lingo as if we went to college, graduated, and got the tech job. They were like, I'm going to send you the Word doc, and we have to use these canned messages because, which were terrible, by the way, as far as anything grammar related. It didn't sound like a human. It didn't sound like a robot. It sounded like the dude who created them also worked security and had no fucking idea what he was doing. But that's neither here nor there. I had to send these messages out to people in Google to explain situations to them, like, oh, you can't get in because your badge wasn't activated by the receptionist over in Tokyo, blah, blah, fucking blah. And I just gave up at a point. Everyone was still sending out these fucking stupid vomit messages, and I just started talking to people like a real human being, and then I didn't get in trouble, nothing happened. And it's like, what's the fucking point, dude? Are we at a stage in the world where you trust people so little as far as being able to communicate with one another that you just gave up entirely, dude? Don't hit me with that shit, bro. Shame on you, man. You're like so scared. Who hurt you? Who won the court case? Was it Bill Watts versus Alphabet? What was the name of this man or woman? Who's the one that got all this started? Was it O.J. Simpson? Tell me it wasn't O.J. Alright, so I'm pretty much like guaranteed to win this bitch right now. I just don't know if I should sack him or go super in deep. I'm gonna throw this down. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna tackle both of these guys. To give me a little bit more wiggle room. This is the last game I'm gonna play for sure. We'll sack him. I sacked the wrong fucking card, dude. God damn it, dude. I don't know who to sack. Should I sack this guy? Should I just keep swimming? I'll sack Demigod. I want to keep SEPHIROT. That was a mistake. I don't have Moon Mist in there. I'm not playing against Mill, so better to keep that. I almost procced him. That's kind of sick. One more and he would have bounced. Too bad he didn't have a creature. I could have thrown down Assassin's Trophy and just got it like that. Target artifact, enchantment, or tapped creature. Oh, so it didn't even fucking matter. At least I still got that going a little bit. Rutstein is going to bring it home for me. Let's throw this baby down. He might be pinging for one, but this dude's gonna thin it all out for me. Only card I hope he doesn't have is Avacyn. I don't give a fuck about a traveling minister, dude. Oh shit, I don't want to do that. That's a sick little voice effect. They're bringing fucking the Warring Kingdoms Chinese battlers back before I'm getting Nephilim, dude. This shit perplexes my fucking mind. And we'll just work off of this mill mechanic and just slowly start ramping up. So it looks like he just got super unlucky, because he definitely wouldn't trust his deck to run well based off of what he has. There's definitely something in there that he just can't seem to pull. Because I know he wasn't just trying to work off this motherfucker the whole entire time. What he needs to do is add card draw. He needs to put the elixir in there, or just something. Gain 3 life, draw a card. He needs to be able to thin it out so shit like this doesn't happen. He has forest, so I mean, has he played anything that's had a fucking forest whatsoever? Oh, okay. Played Prosperous Innkeeper. How many cards do you have in your deck, dude? 61? You gotta work on this bitch. This shit is all fucked up. You have 61 in here, you have 13 in the graveyard. I don't know what's going on in your mind. I have 24 life, so he could swing with that. I don't really care. But for it to have that many cards and nothing that pulls cards from your library or card draw is like immense to me. I'll just start having making decisions so it at least feels like he's playing a little bit more. I have a lot of experience playing this bullshit game, so I'm hesitant in breaking this Cold War we have going on. Here's the card draw. Because every time I do that, they end up playing a fucking beefy ass guy. So I don't want to just fucking burn everything. Because if he plays Avacyn, she's fucked. She's going to be at my house with a blindfold on. And nothing but bad things on her back. He could also play Wormcoil Engine and just be a complete fucking weirdo nerd about the whole entire affair. That seems kind of like what this guy would do. Play the most random card that makes sense in a weird way according to the personality that I've gotten from his playstyle through the whole entire game. Oh, look, it's fucking Ugin. There it is. Oh, he finally drew Ugin. We're gonna get rid of that motherfucker immediately. Oh, and he just gave up. Alright, well, at least I was entertaining for that last match. Oh, we got a pack. I got a bitch ton of gold as well. Oh, damn, dude. I didn't do any of this, dude. What are you talking about? White or black? Oh, it's all black. Okay, whatever. I'm just waiting for J. Cole album to drop, really. That's what I was trying to kill time for. I'm going to go get McDonald's. I'm gonna give it the next 30 minutes for J. Cole to drop. I should have been charging my phone this entire fucking time, dude. What the fuck? And then I'm going to see how many people in this motherfucking world got smoked for J. Cole. Because I'm going to tell you what, right now. If that shit is not Kendrick Lamar or pretty much Kendrick Lamar, because the other people I think that would fire off at Cole wouldn't fire off at Cole because they're just over in their own corners of the world doing wrestling things and podcasts and that type of shit. But Simba is really good. But I don't think anything's going to happen between Simba and Cole. But I need Cole to drop because first off, Cole don't give a fuck about getting hated on, I don't think. Because he's going to step up to the plate this time. He's going to for sure step up to the plate this time. Everybody's bitching for absolutely no reason, dude. There's no way in hell he's gonna back down. And also, that's gonna give Drake the confidence he needs to creep the fuck back out and just get mollywopped as soon as he gets in the ring. It's WrestleMania, and as soon as Drake steps back in the ring, you can guarantee that he's just gonna get hit in the fucking jaw. And everybody is here for that. I don't know if you watch hip-hop or listen to hip-hop or whatever. I don't know what Magic players are like nowadays. But that shit's finna be ill. It's gonna be exactly like that skit of Kendrick fans arguing with Cole fans, and then stopping once A$AP Rocky comes into the picture and starts talking shit. But that's more like when Drake hops back into the ring and drops Iceman, which is still a terrible fucking name, dude. How could you land? What? Who in your circle? Was it Yachty? Was it Lil Yachty, dude? Because who the fuck convinced you that with that Iceman was a strong name for an album right now, dude? I'm trying to think of like another name that you could have done for another album. Like he's been on a run where it's just his names are terrible. Absolutely terrible. Without going into any conspiracy shit, because For All the Dogs came out at an auspicious time, and there's some symbolism with what was going on as far as that. But I of course think he just plays into the whole entire thing. But I feel like Iceman was a little bit too far. You took it a little too far, because it wasn't even like, woohoo, conspiracy theory, like, I'm getting that side of the demographic as well. It was more like blatantly like, bro, what are you doing, dude? Yeah, I mean, you're not even a comedian. You didn't even, it wasn't even a joke of like knowing that like I shouldn't say this right now, but it's so funny I have to say it. It was your album title. Dude. Alright, anyway. That's gonna be it. Looking forward to all the cool things. I'm gonna definitely go to the shop and see if I could buy this moose before I end the video, or I'm gonna end it and then look into the shop. But a part is gonna be a part right here. I hope you two also enjoy the J. Cole album and you haven't become a J. Cole hater for no reason. He's gonna shut y'all up. And all the important people still fuck with Cole, so you guys just look like idiots. But I mean, we agree to disagree right now. We're all trying to grow as people, and we're not trying to start anything that's too much. But in order to grow, I must also be allowed to call you fucking stupid. I respect your opinion. You don't have to fuck with Cole if you don't want to. I think you're dumb, and I don't think anyone that you're a mega fan of agrees with you in your take of the fierce hate of Cole. But hopefully we all enjoy all the music that's coming out together. And don't be so hard on Billie Eilish, and I'll see you at the Met Gala. Anyway, bye!
All is allだぜ